Oh,
And we are live.
whew.
Good day, everyone. How's
Good
everyone today?
morning.
Good morning.
Well,
Good.
hello, everyone. Welcome to Time for Life. Today is Wednesday, March 4th. I think so. Yeah. And it's 12 Eastern. And Beth, for you, it's 9, right? You're
It
Pacific.
is, yeah, it is. Yep, 9
And,
a.m.
and for you as well, Jack, right?
Yeah, 9
Mm-hmm.
a.m.
Okay, great. Well, thank you for
Yeah.
being early birds. Oh, well, okay, I'm not giving it away, but
No pun
well,
intended.
so all right. Today's Time for Life is we have a special guest, and this is Jack. Our community, I believe, knows him. We are so glad to have him with us. So my name is Soso. I live in Quebec. Beth is my co-host, and she is in the beautiful state of Washington. And today we are going to discuss what brings Jack joy. So, well, first, would you like to introduce yourself, Jack?
Sure. Hey, I'm Jack. I am over in British Columbia by way of New Jersey, by way of Portugal. Um, uh, I am a huge animal lover. Animals bring me a lot of joy, as does bright, colorful things. So I do a lot of cross stitching. I knit. Anything where I can work with color makes me happy.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially the
So
animal
you.
lover part.
Yeah,
Mhm.
my dog's actually in my lap right now. He's a big, just sack of potatoes laying here. So
Aw.
yeah,
Oh.
I always have an
The,
animal nearby.
mm-hmm.
Looking out.
I have several surrounding me, kind of like piranha, kind of.
They're like, "Oh,
I
you're
see
busy. It's
Yeah,
time."
I see 3. Yeah. 2 cats, 2 dogs. Yeah.
Oh, fun.
Oh, so I understand that you love birds as much as
I
I
do.
love birds. Okay. What is your favorite bird? Do you have one?
Um, I have one. I did have a kingfisher. I built a kingfisher Lego set that I had on my desk at work. That was one of I
Mm-hmm.
liked having uh art and plants on like all of my desks wherever I've worked, just to bring some
How
life
hard
into nonsense.
how hard was it to build that kingfisher? I have to ask because it's setting in pieces on my kitchen table right now.
Wow.
See, I love building Lego sets, so I had to slow myself down building it because I was just getting through it so fast. So I would like allow myself to like work on it a bag at a time.
I did
And
not
then,
have that problem, right? I'm over here with like my arthritis hands going, and it's falling
you know,
everywhere. And I'm like, oh,
that's so funny you mentioned arthritis hands. I think that's why I'm doing so much crafting now, is because I know my hands are
oh,
gonna go. Like this muscle here is already like so much thicker than on the other
yeah,
hands, just from
yeah.
all the repetitive work being a nurse, putting in IVs,
Mm-hmm.
changing
Mm-hmm.
lines, all the
Yeah.
typing, right? There's a
Right.
lot of
Right.
like physical labor that goes into it, and a lot of it's fine motor skill. So like I'm like, okay, use it or lose it, kid. Like you're still in your 30s, do it now, because I've my early nursing career was working with the geriatric population, and I love older adults. I love my elders. I love learning from them. They've lived so much more life than I have.
Hmm.
So
We
like,
have we
why don't I
have
be quiet? And like that's both
we
like a
have.
blessing and a curse, because like it's a blessing because you've lived, and it's also like you've been through a lot, so maybe like I love to like shut up and listen to my elders, and then like let them know like what's still going on
Mhm.
today that maybe they've lived through, and like
I hear you.
we
Right.
get ideas from them on like, what do you wish would have been different when you were younger? Like maybe there's something I can
Mhm.
do better that I haven't thought of because I haven't lived through it. I'm living through it now,
Yeah.
I agree.
and like
I
they've
agree.
already lived through it. So like
Mhm.
in one of my many conversations with my elders has been like, do what you love now while you can, because eventually there'll come a time where you physically can't,
Mm.
and you wish you would have spent more time doing it. So I try and fill my days with as much art and fine motor skills as possible, because I really love, like, I like cooking, I like chopping things, I like, stitch. I like working with my hands, so I want to do it as much as I can while I can.
Oh, I hear you. I hear you
Yeah.
because, especially if
Yeah.
you're doing all of that, like you said, being a nurse, like it's true. There's a lot of manipulation with your hands. Just as an aside, I have a friend who works in a laboratory and also
Mhm.
does a lot of things with her hands. And we started doing yoga together. And the down dog position,
Mhm.
it really somehow helps. Well, it hurts, but just to be like
Yeah.
this and then having your muscles. And so I don't know if you've tried it, but so far it's so good. It's been helping both of us. So
I had my husband like pick me up and shake me out right before we joined the lab. I was like, I feel short. Like I need to like. So he like stretched out an inch. We always joke. I'd be like, that's my goal for the year is to grow taller. I have such a bad back that I'm always like hunched over. So thankfully
Oh.
I'm a little guy,
Mhm.
so I can actually be lifted up like a child and like shaken out. But yeah, stretching is definitely a go-to.
Oh my gosh.
don't forget to
So
Yeah.
stretch.
Yeah. Oh, and
my
the
experience.
nature brings me joy.
Yes.
Sorry, I cut you off, Beth.
Oh no, I cut you off. Um, nature also brings me joy, and I had installed for my 29th anniversary. I got my husband a bird camera, which was really kind of for me. So
That's funny.
no, we both love it, but I am just obsessed with the birds that come there, and it's almost getting story-like because there's a squirrel we named Doug, and I'm getting some great shots of Doug, which is hilarious. And so yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Nature is wonderful.
So if you
Mhm.
have a squirrel named Doug, I think I'll name mine. I have a squirrel too, and I think I'll name him Skeeter. That was Doug's
I
best
love it.
friend on the cartoon show Doug.
Yep,
Um,
I love it.
and actually, like Skeeter had like this color skin too. This is perfect. Because I have a little black squirrel that keeps visiting us.
Oh, a oh gosh, they're
It's
beautiful.
gorgeous.
They are, and he's small, so I
They
know it's an
are.
adolescent. Like his
Oh,
tail's not fully fluffy yet, but
oh.
he flew into my wind chime to get to
Well,
the. I have one of those like suet
Yeah.
feeders on our tree. I have a suet feeder next to like a little wind chime, so it's like a nice little ambiance for the birds. Um, but we heard like this drama, and then we looked over, and Skeeter's hanging off of the suet thing, trying to eat spicy suet because I got the spicy one, so the squirrels wouldn't go for
Mhm.
it because the birds can't taste spice, so it doesn't affect them. They process it just fine. Um, but so watching Skeeter go through that, get a bite of spice, and then fly off and be like, "What the heck?" Like he definitely tasted the spice. Was like, I was like, "Oh man, you can't buy this on a streaming service like this." Like I have like real life
Mhm.
Animal Planet going on, and I love watching.
oh
Yeah,
my gosh, I have to
I
say.
do as well.
Oh, sorry. It's just send me like I just has this idea. I'll send you guys the link later, or I'll put it on the note. But there's this site that actually has all those streaming site put together. It's called Explore Dog. Do you know what that is? And you can get
Mm.
all the streamings from all over the world. Like I think people just apply, and then you'll have like like it could be someone's backyard. Like there's
And
like
it's
a
like
goat
their bird
shed.
cam.
It's all
It's
of them. Like
like whatever their bird cam
birds,
or
birds, bears, as orcas, like just basically the whole like planet
that's
wildlife out
awesome.
there, and even a cat sanctuary and dog like puppy sanctuary.
Mm.
So it's
I've
called
never heard of
Explore.
this.
explore.org. So I'll put it in a note later. But I'm like sometimes at night when I can sleep, I just stream animals and I fall asleep watching animals. So I'm just hearing you with the squirrels like flying from. It's like if you could even stream your own camera if you want. It's like
That's what Beth was telling me about the bird camera earlier today,
oh, that's a chat.
and my husband and I had been talking about getting a little bird camera. Sorry, I'm like shouting, and he's on a work call. So, um, but we were talking about it the other day to get a little bird cam since we just got a feeder that we put up on the window.
Oh,
We've had
yeah.
a lot of like birds come over, and I've been able to like get a few videos if I'll see they're active, and I'll like go with my phone and try and like get the shot. But to have like, because I think some of those cameras they're like motion sensor, they're motion sensor, right? They don't
Yes.
run all the time.
hmm
It's just if there's some movement. So I think that
Yeah,
would be a
yeah.
lot of fun to like
And
watch them. A lot of the little chicks are learning to fly right now. So watching them flap in the bush
oh,
before
yeah.
takeoff to like come grab a seat is really cute.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that. And I
Yeah.
know on the camera, it can like record and it can also it has an alarm on it. You can change the different styles of alarms. And I'll tell you what doesn't work because you can customize it. Doug, get out of there, Doug. Does not work. Doug, instead of like an awful sound, I thought I'd start out with, "Psst, come on, get out of there." And then it was like, Doug's like, he doesn't care. He owns it now. It's his house camera.
He's not trained yet.
It's his feeder. And then we also have Skinny Tail.
Okay.
I call him Skinny Tail. That's how I differentiate.
I love it. Uh-huh.
And he's like just straggly looking, like back alley kind of looking squirrel that got into the
He's
neighborhood.
been through
I
it.
don't know.
Yeah. He's from the south side of the tracks.
He's like the bad squirrel.
Bad squirrel.
I just love it. Yeah. I sit outside in the summer and just laugh. It's just hilarious at all of them. Yeah.
We had that's one of the things that also brings me joy is building community. And I used that word the other day, and my neighbor kind of like clocked me, and she was like, "Oh, that can come off a little like culty." And I was like, "No, I just mean like I want friends. Like I want a like community of people that I enjoy being around." So just to be clear, I'm not trying to start a cult. I just want friends.
But
I just want Mr. Rogers' neighborhood.
Yeah, that's all I want. Like I'm
it.
just trying to like,
Oh.
come on, like I wear sweaters, like I'm a nice guy. Like but like that's one of the I usually keep an empty camp chair open when we're sitting outside. Yeah, if my husband and I are out, and if there's a neighbor walking by like that, we can offer them some rest and some peace and be like, hey, if you want to watch the birds, and we point out like what the different birds are. I usually have my bird book with me that I usually have on at all times, so I can look up what the birds are that I'm spotting and
I forgot
learn
to bring
about them.
mine out. It's true. I had a flash. I was like, I should have the book, but it's not the same as you, but I have one, and it's the bird from Canada and Quebec, specifically.
So I got, since I'm over in the West, I got the Western Canada one. You have the Quebec version? And then I wonder, or like that area where you're at?
Yeah, but it's all the birds also from Canada. And believe it or not, the guy's last name is Bird. It's like he was born to do this.
Who's this guy? Who wrote this one? Bird. Same one, David M. Bird.
That's it. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we got the same. He's like
this is the bird that's been visiting me a lot.
Is that a Stellar Jay? Yes.
Yeah.
It is.
I've had a family of these. Yeah. I've had a family of these coming to visit, and that's probably like one of my favorites right now.
Yeah.
Since you asked earlier, I don't think I ever landed on like what my favorite was, but the Kingfisher, because he was blue, but then I have like actual like Stellar Jays that I'm seeing with my eyes, and I'm like, whoa, that blue is really cool. So any bluebird I'm into.
Just someone mentioned, Gendro said the Merlin Bird Identifier app from Cornell.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, thank you, Jandro. I downloaded the app. I've been trying to use the like um there's like you can identify it like the birds by sound, but that part of
Absolutely.
the app hasn't been working for me. And I'm so frustrated.
I
I have to
I
like
have
uninstall it.
maybe that's the one I have. I have one that works really well. I'm trying to find it, but it too is it identifies them by sound and it's amazing. I didn't even know I had so many
I have to
different birds.
re-download. It must have just been like a
Yeah.
funky download or
I've,
something, and that's
I've
why it's
been
not working
using
for
it
me.
for a while too. And you have to sort of, it's amazing because first it identified the different sounds. And then as it's going, then the dot starts like flashing. So it's like, that the one, it's like automatic. Like right now, okay, this is for example, the sparrow, and this one is like another
Mm,
one, and you see it as they're chirping at the same time, and there are packages, so you have to download the packages. But I was visiting
okay.
family in Europe, and I downloaded the packages for uh, Eastern Europe or something, and
Mhm.
and I really could tell like the new birds that we don't have. So
Wow.
it's
Yeah.
amazing. It's really well done. So thank you,
That
Gender, for bringing it out. So
Yeah,
oh yeah,
thank you, Chandro. And like the sound is so unique for each bird. And I remember that's the first time that I actually saw the Stellar Jays because I was like, I've never heard that sound before.
Mm.
Because
so
their
you have
call is
a
so
family?
unique.
Is
It's
that
like a
it? You
warp.
said you have a family of
There's like 10 of them. Yeah, that keep visiting me. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I feed the birds. I'm a very empathetic person, and I think sometimes it's like to a fault. And I'm just like, I'm so high up on the food chain. I have the resources and ability. I can help out those that are lower on the food chain. So I feed the birds and I have a little bird bath out because
I love that.
they work hard
Mhm.
enough. They flap their wings all day long to fly through the sky. That's a lot of work.
Mhm.
So I'm always throwing like peanuts out my door for the crows and for the
Mhm.
Stellar jays. So if you want to get some jays in your yard, put some peanuts out.
Yeah.
They'll come. If you want like really beautiful birds, put peanuts out or some seeds. I
Mhm.
have these like really cool looking woodpeckers. Like, let me actually I've tagged them all so I can show you guys. Because I knew we were gonna talk about birds. And I'm
You
a
and Dad
dork.
have to
Uh
start a birding club on Substack.
I should,
We
right? I've just got into it.
we
But
love our
I
birds.
have these northern flickers are also visiting me.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
wow.
with the head that's
Yeah.
on the
And
right.
uh-huh. And it's that red mustache, like right over there, is so vibrant in person.
Oh,
It's
it's
like just
beautiful.
so it's like as vibrant as your lipstick, Beth. Like
Wow.
the red mustache that they have. And they have this beautiful like black crescent moon on their chest. But
Oh, wow.
one of them flew in a little too hot to the window bird feeder yesterday and scared the living shit out of me because I forgot like a
Oh,
window exists and my head was right there and I was like, ah, bird's gonna fly into my head. And I was like, wait, no, this poor bird got
coming in
spooked
hot.
because I screamed, the bird kind of screamed. So it was very comical. Maybe we should also like put one of those motion sensitive things on me watching the birds so y'all can see me like love birds but also be terrified if they get too close.
Right. Oh my god. I have a oh god, I don't even think you can see that. I'll just see if we can.
Have to say.
It would be awesome if you, yeah,
The
just
tip of Doug's ear.
Oh, I love it. Look at Doug.
so cool. Like,
It was like day 2, Doug discovered the feeder. Oh my gosh.
That's so funny. Doug's a
Yes,
menace.
he
oh,
is. And it started we did get more we had stellars, but we started giving Doug leaving peanuts out for Doug. And so of course the birds are going after him too, which is fun. So,
Yeah. Well, it's fun to kind of like watch them be like, hey, they got to sort it out for themselves. Watching the birds like in my bush, like all like, you know, hunting for the seeds that I've thrown there. It's so cute to watch. And that they like sometimes will like, and I'm like, oh, they're just, they're teenagers. They're being like, get away from my snacks. And it's fun to like watch them like have their little personalities with each other.
Yeah.
Because I also have I again am empathetic to a fault. I have my activity corner in the bush with the tree that has the wind chime for like my birds that like all that noise. And then there's a couple bushes behind the
Mm.
RV that I also see that like put seeds out for my birds that are a little more antisocial and don't want the drama
Yeah.
and can just like, and I have some also like I have some seeds like behind a little like where they can hide to go eat if they like need that safe space. So like
You're
I have a
really
few
thinking
different
about
spots.
all of them and their needs. That's
Well,
awesome.
yeah, if
That
I'm gonna
that
I have
high
a hard
anxiety
time.
bird.
That's what it is. Like, I have a hard time doing things half-assed. I have to like go full ass every time. So like if I'm gonna like be mindful of the birds, I'm gonna be mindful of the birds. We all everyone has feelings, animals included.
They
And
do.
everyone and every creature has different needs. Some need that stimulation, others need peace and quiet. I know I need peace and quiet. Some people like to live in the city. I'm in the woods.
Mm, I
Mhm.
totally agree. I used to live in the city. I have moved 1st of November. Well, sorry, the beginning of November. So I'm very excited because I'll have to find out, because you have your little habits. Even in the city, I also put a bird feeder. But now, when we moved, my husband put the bird feeder in the well, outside in the what's the name there where you store things. So, anyways,
Storage?
the
The
Shed?
shed?
the
Shed.
shed, the
The
shed, but I can't
Yeah.
get to it. So, so I'm like, so right now I don't have a setup, so I just throw like the seeds outside of my porch, but still, I'm really looking forward to see the different species that'll come because it's
Mhm.
not the same in the city. There were a lot of love doves, but not here. I haven't seen them. I
Mm.
know there'll be blue jays, and so I'm
Mhm.
just looking forward to have this whole menagerie coming to my place. But we'll
And
we'll
it's gonna be amazing, so because like I just had that experience because I again I grew up in cities and suburbs too. So like I saw doves, I saw pigeons,
yeah.
like just I saw seagulls because we lived close enough to the shore. But I've never seen the like plethora, the variety and color of bird. I think is the biggest thing. Just the variety of color in their plumage has been like so like explosive in the best way for my creativity, I guess. In
Mhm.
the way that like, wow, look at all of the beauty in nature.
Uh,
Like that these creatures are born with these colors on them is like, and then I'm
Mhm.
like, shit, then I can wear color. Like, why don't I wear more like colorful things? Like I can be the bird. I can be the bird, like, that's as like free as the ones with blue feathers and stuff. So
I
yeah,
love
it's
that.
been fun.
And color brings joy. It really
Yeah.
does. Yeah, and calm, depending on the
I think it's
color.
an
But
act of
I don't
resistance
know.
too,
I don't
right?
know if
Like a
I
refuser
think
to like
red
blend
is.
into the background.
I think that red is my active rebellion. Just a
Yeah,
I love
I love
red.
it.
it brings me joy to
So
see Beth wearing her red lipsticks with her glasses. It's so like, no, it does.
Oh my
It
god.
It suits
it
her. So,
So
brings me, it empowers me because like red's been the color red has been taken over by folks that want to do such negative things that when
mhm.
I see like
Yes.
strong, powerful,
Mhm.
empathetic, feminist folk wearing the color red, it empowers me so much to be like the strong, powerful, caring, empathetic, feminist man that I am. Because like like it's easy to model positive behavior when you have models to look to. So thank you
Mhm.
for all the powerful folk out there that wear the
Mm.
color red and refuse to like be afraid that they might be associated with the evil because they just live their life spreading joy. And
mm,
that's enough to like reclaim that like nice, strong, powerful color. So
mm.
love that.
Thank you. I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Well, everyone, we need to start giving each other our flowers more often. I'm here to give people their flowers. So
Thank you for that. I agree. I don't think we lift each other up enough.
Yeah.
And we all need more of that, especially when things are crazy.
Yeah.
Right? So,
Yeah.
more joy, taking time
sure.
out to watch the bird and just that
Mhm.
pause. Reset. I took a reset this last week. I burnout, not just on one thing, just life. Complete burnout, and I just had to have a total
Mhm.
reset. So, did a lot of bird watching. Did you guys lose me? Oh, there I am.
No, you're here. Yeah,
I'm
no,
here.
and that's so
Still here.
powerful too, Beth, is like allowing. Yeah, you still. That's actually one of my dad jokes as a nurse. I'll go to like listen to someone's like lungs or their hearts, and I'll like look them dead in the eyes, and I'll be like, "I have good news," and they're like, "What?" And I'll be like, "You're still alive," and then I'll go back to whatever I'm doing. So, just yeah, that's been one of my running dead. And it hits like every age group loves that. Kids love that joke, like older folk love that joke. But
Thank you, Gendro. Who's
what-
giving us virtual flowers.
oh, thank you, Ginger.
Aw,
That's very sweet.
very nice.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, I love lifting each other up. I don't know where I was going with that at first, but
Sorry,
I think that's a
I
good
sort
place
of
to land.
cut you short, but I was just there's so
No, it's
many.
okay. I'm a millennial. We all have. We can't hold a train of thought. We have too many of them.
It's fine
Well,
when
it
you're
comes back.
watching birds.
It
Right?
happens at 57 too. At 57, if you can hold a thought from one room to the next, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
I had a
I always
question.
had a notepad in my scrub top.
I had a question for you, Jack. Concerning birds, and I'm sure Beth, you'll be able to join in as well. But what is it about? I know you've mentioned it, but what is it specifically about watching birds that makes you feel either peaceful or you kind of like, okay, I've had my dose of like joy after, like, do you know what I mean? Like, is that a
You go first, Beth. I'll let you go.
For me, I think watching birds, because they themselves are so peaceful and graceful in their flight. They're just so, when they spread their wings, and I think of myself, if you believe you can fly, you will.
Mhm.
And so for me, it's just watching what I long to do, to just take my ideas in flight. And I just find such peace in watching them. They're often, once you have certain birds that come around, they watch you, they learn to trust, and you can just sit and exist together. It's beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm just a sap. I don't know. I love them.
No, and I think for me, it's something similar to that too. It's for me, it helps me focus my attention. So especially in times where like I'm feeling overwhelmed, it
Grounding,
helps me
yep.
focus. It's very grounding, and I have ADHD, so I have a hard time keeping my eyes. I'm sure you guys have noticed, like I'm always looking everywhere. I have a hard time maintaining focus on one thing. It's
I
overwhelming to me.
also have ADD, so I'm all over the
Yeah.
place because I see words going by and I hear you talking and
Yeah.
I'm all over. Yep. Go ahead.
Same. So if it feels very grounding because it is an activity designed for me to be able to shift my focus in many different places all at once, to be just overwhelmed with sight and sound in a way that I control without having to have full control type of thing. So I choose like, what chair do I want to sit in? What do I want to wear so that I'm comfortable outside? Do I want to bring a drink with me? Right. do I want to be in the shade or in the sun? Like, there's a lot of things that I can control for my own comfort. And it's a lot of it like a self-care thing for me. Like, I want to put myself in a comfortable position where I can turn everything off except for the sounds of
Mhm.
nature, the
Yeah.
sight of nature, and I can like take that time out for myself. And whatever's happening in the world will happen whether or not I give myself that little time. So I give myself that little piece
Mhm.
of time so that I can put my oxygen mask on first before I help others.
Mm,
Because
Yeah.
I can't pour
Yeah.
from an empty cup. I have to fill my own cup first so that like I
Mhm.
can be of any use to anyone around me.
yeah. But when you're
Right. Right.
sensitive,
Yeah.
and I mean, I hear
Yeah.
you. I
Yeah.
think the reason we're all doing this right now is we're all sensitive people.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
hard. That
It
is
is.
not easy to just, fill in your cup as you say it. So, and then when it holds, anyways, I'm trying to find
Well,
the
I
right
mean,
word.
it in a way, I think, at least for me, my personal experience as like a very empathetic, like highly sensitive person, my cup tends to like always run on the like only a quarter full. I feel like I can never fill
Mhm.
it up enough for all that I pour out, whether like it's intentionally or unintentionally. Like, look at how much thought I put into the birds and where to put the seeds, right? It's exhausting sometimes. So like I have to like if I put that much energy into like caring so much about the birds, I have to then spend time to appreciate the fruits of my labor and the fruits of my
Mhm.
effort. The same way that like I'm such a like empathetic person, I don't like to see people suffering, so I went to school to become a nurse and I got that education, and now my job, my profession is the responsibility to maintain human life because I care for human life that much. So like
Mhm.
I think also like as as sensitive people, we also have to like lean into our sensitivities and use them as a point of empowerment. And that's how we
Mhm.
can make the world a better place, at least in our little corner of the universe.
Yeah.
Or
That's
try.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. It just takes one person at a time,
Yeah.
really.
I mean, I became a nurse because like I know how hard it is for queer people to go to the doctor without being judged for like who we are or who we love or how we feel.
Mhm.
There's always like a you have to teach the doctor that you're a human before they'll treat you every single time. So I became a nurse to break
Mm.
that barrier down at least. I treat every person the same. I have had one of the God rest her soul. I feel like I can talk about this. This is actually the first time I've ever mentioned it, but I got to care for the late great Toni Morrison. Um,
Mm.
I treated her no differently than I did the veteran in the room next door.
I apologize. I don't know who that
You know,
person is.
Toni Morrison wrote the book Beloved, that was then turned into a movie. She wrote The Bluest Eyes.
Mhm.
She's an American uh, scholar laureate. I am not giving her enough flowers that she deserves. Her favorite flowers are
Beloved
white
was.
lilies. Beloved, yeah,
Mhm.
amazing book. Her favorite
Yes.
flower were white lilies. Her room was always full of them. Um, I got to be her Valentine one Valentine's Day. Um,
Oh.
but so like, and we spoke to each other about humanity without her ever having to emphasize that she was looking at it through the eyes of a black woman, and I was looking at it through the eyes of a Portuguese trans man who, like, I never really
Mhm.
felt like I fit in with the Latino culture or the white culture. So, like, I was always in this like land of ambiguity when it came to race relations in the US. And so,
Mhm.
like, I understood more about like the caste system in the US than I think most nurses that look like me. So I've been able to have like a lot of like very unique culturally sensitive like both sides of your brain conversations with
Mhm.
folks folks like Toni Morrison and with folks who were um, you know, World War II and Korean War veterans, and folks that just lived a quiet life in a suburb in a white picket fence. I had I've treated uh, Radio City Music Hall Rockettes, and people that have suffered from traumatic brain injuries on construction sites. So like
Wow.
getting to like meet so many different people and work with so many different intersectionalities of life in our culture, being a nurse has been such a blessing. But
Mhm.
also, I was on a call. I'm sorry to like veer off the bird topic, but I think like that's
No,
also
no.
like I feel like that's also like why I love birds so much, why I love people so much is because of the unique feathers we all wear and the
Hmm,
unique songs we all sing.
that's beautiful.
So I just like
Mhm.
love
Wow.
talking to folks and like learning about like where they're from, what they're into. Like I want to see more of that. Like I want to see more curiosity and um, curiosity with the underlying joy in
Hmm,
each other. So like
Whimsy.
yeah, whimsy for sure. I love whimsy.
Whimsy. Hmm.
I hear that. I hear that because, especially when you're watching animals and birds,
Yeah,
you can tell they're so like you know focused on maybe they're
they're in the
hypervigilant.
moment. Yeah,
Yeah, because also
yeah,
they're in survival mode because so much
yeah.
of their time, unless when you don't feed them, is spent on survival and looking for food. So,
Mhm.
um, so I'm sure
I,
that.
and it's so funny you frame it like that. So I never thought of that. I wonder if that was like a subconscious reason for me to like, and for you too, Beth, to like feed the birds, is because we want that quiet, safe space, and like we wish more people would create those spaces for us,
Hmm.
so that we can be in community with people without being overwhelmed. Like we need the like, every party that I set up, I always have like a quiet table in the corner for folks that just want to like sit down and chit chat
Hmm,
and don't want to be like next to the music or the noise or whatever, right? Because sometimes you need
Hmm.
the break so that you can come back and be part of the fold. And and that's what I think, like for the birds too, it's fight or flight, right?
mhm,
Essentially fight or flight all the time. So
Yes.
if I could give them
Yes.
a little space for,
Hmm.
so no one ever talks about the other side of fight or flight. We talk about it in nursing school a lot. On the other side of fight or flight is rest and digest. We need more time to
Hmm.
rest and digest.
hmm,
Not everything is fight or flight. So
Hmm.
um, I like to provide that space for rest and digest, both for birds, for humans. Again, is why I always have the empty camp chair. If you need some time to rest and digest, do you want a drink? Like I always like I offer water, seltzer, big beer, like whatever. If people just want to like hang out and have some time for rest and digest, we've lost a lot of those third spaces for resting and digesting.
Hmm. Hmm.
Quiet bookshops, jazz clubs, those like places for introspection. So I just try and build it myself wherever I
Hmm.
can. If you build it, they will come. The birds are coming. I'm sure
Hmm.
I've met wonderful neighbors that have stopped by for a chat. It's been really nice. I don't remember everyone's name, but I hope they remember that they had a good time when they were with me, and that's all I care about.
you're so inspiring, Jack. I'm so happy we
Yeah,
have you today.
and
Sorry, I'm
uh,
just like,
and
wow.
I like to, if I can, I'd just like to point out to Lexi in the chat. I hear you. The government and police are doing crimes and violence against us. I'm a registered nurse. The government did shoot a nurse in the face. I have had to flee the country because I was personally assaulted twice. Please take this for what it is. And if this is not a space that is curating some like comfort for you, feel free to leave and join a space that is talking about those things going on in the world. I know I will be joining those spaces later on today, but for right now, this
Hmm.
is a safe space for a little bit of mental health healing. So thank you so much for your input. You're welcome to stay. You're welcome to seek something that brings you joy. if this is not bringing you joy. Sorry,
Thank you,
I
Jack.
just so boundaries are
Thank you,
important.
Jack.
Yes, if I
Yeah.
can add
Thank
also
you.
the comment you're referring to, I believe this. But anyways, I because this is live and it's going to be reposted. This I believe this person is from Russia, so we've
Yeah,
had this
so
person before. So I mean, it's
we should yeah.
what I mean is
So
I
don't
can
feed the
definitely
trolls.
the,
Yeah.
the context and
Yeah.
the no, but I mean, like, we don't know where there's so
Yeah.
many places in the world, and this space is
Yeah.
also we're trying to reach out. Like
Yeah.
we're lucky we're reaching a lot of North Americans, but I've said from the beginning, if we can get people from Europe, from Australia, I like I said, it's
Yeah.
we have so many different
Mhm.
contexts, and
Yeah.
we're not all the same. I mean, and by the way, I'm so glad you were able to come to Canada, but I'm worried about. Anyways, I won't get into politics, but
No,
sometimes I
and you know
see
what?
those.
No, but Beth, I'd like to ask something to you because I did have
Yeah.
we had dinner with our neighbor. Not Beth. I'm so sorry. So I'm terrible with I flip names all the time.
No, go ahead.
But just from a Canadian perspective, because I feel like I jokingly say if I was a bird, I'd be a pigeon, right? Because we're just doves, but we've been traumatized. So like we're not white like the doves are.
I'm a
But we are doves.
pigeon.
Yeah. So
That's it.
because
You're migrating all
because
the
like
time. Is
right
that it?
and like no so like pigeons are thought of like peaceful or doves are like peaceful animals, right? They're like the
Because of
bird of
those.
empathy,
Yeah.
right?
Okay, following you.
Right. Like doves are doves are just albino pigeons. They're just
Yeah.
pigeons with no
You'll use
yeah.
them in, like, for example, like ceremonies, and as if they
Right.
represent
Right.
purity and all of
Yeah,
that.
right,
Whereas
right.
you'll see pigeons everywhere in parks, and sometimes people will be like, "Oh, don't feed the pigeon. They're pests."
Yeah.
Is that what you mean? Like, there's
But
such a difference.
exactly, and they're the same bird, but like the pigeons, they all like live in community. But like if you get too close, you're like you scatter them away. They like scare away and like flap, and like it's a lot of noise, and it seems like chaos, right? So like, and I feel that like in my core, I'm like that dove. I want to be like peaceful and all that, but because like I grew up um right outside of Newark, New Jersey. I've lived in very heavy populated gun violence areas. I've had to navigate not being murdered multiple times. So like I have a lot of like trauma. So I have a lot of like paint on my white feathers. So I'm a pigeon, right? I look more like
Yeah.
that. So sometimes like I read things and I come at it from like that point of view because like it's all those. So again, if I came off a little harsh before, it's just that like when I see some things, it's sometimes like, yes, I understand all these terrible things are happening. They specifically like happen to us pigeons, to
Oh yeah.
us like
Mhm.
people in the community that like folks don't speak up for. So like sometimes just let us have a little bit of happiness, please. And
Yeah.
like I think that's where
Yeah.
like my flaps come in. So like for any just as an overarching for part of this, like excuse my little outburst. I am a pigeon, but like it is because of and
That was no
I
outburst. No,
No,
no, no.
and
not at all.
It was
yeah
it
yeah
was
yeah
very polite.
yeah. Well, I try to be. Again, pigeons are doves, right? Um, we just have a little more color in us, and from a Canadian seeing a reaction like the one that I just had would like where is your point of empathy? Because now I'm also like maybe we can like sidebar this, but this is also like a good way to like how do you integrate into a culture that is highly empathetic when you come from a culture that values aggression and violence?
That is such a good question, because it's almost like, and I don't want to say that, because I don't want to generalize, but it does
Right.
feel like it's a cultural thing, almost like the
Yeah. Yeah.
aggressivity, like in your face, and
Like the
and
WWE wrestling, the monster trucks, like
yeah. And I'm
yeah.
not. There are, I mean, there will be an aspect, and that's where I get worried. Is that will we be contaminated, by what we call like maple MAGA? Sorry, it's upside down.
To,
Elbows up.
Elbows up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Canadian
did look at
voices
that.
of resistance, of resilience and resistance.
Oh my God! Wait, Beth, did you see? There's the eagle and the
Yeah.
Canadian goose. We have that logo on our Time
And
for
look,
Life
and look,
opening
they have
page.
teeth and a sharp little
We
tongue,
did.
so you better be careful.
I did. Yeah, that's our little Time for Life thing. Is we put the
Yeah.
eagle.
Yeah.
And it's funny because when I think of Beth, who's an American, I don't know. It's like but you put the eagle, but I like what you're describing. I don't see her as aggressive, or do you know what I mean? Like for me, it's not like, so that's what I mean. I don't want to generalize it. Maybe it's like promoted by the culture, but not every single individual is like that.
Yes.
So
Yes.
what I mean is I see Beth and I see like an highly empathetic person, and
too empathetic.
Aw.
Too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Jack, when you're
Yeah.
an empath, it's really you take on. I don't think if you take on everything around you, and it becomes your for me my responsibility or my fault, or it's just I feel everything.
Yeah.
And when I can be in line at a grocery store and feel what's going on behind me.
Yeah.
It's a really, I notice, I
It's
think
heavy.
I've
It's
just
a
learned
lot.
early to watch, to look, to watch, to pay attention. I was taught early through trauma.
Mhm.
So I pick up every cue, every sensitivity. Yeah.
You know,
It's not, yeah.
an OR nurse told me something once, Beth, and she said that these surgeons have such a god complex. They're all such narcissists. You need to have goose feathers, or duck feathers. I think she said you need duck feathers. So
Yeah.
you
Roll
need to
off.
have feathers on you
Mhm.
where the water will just roll off your back. So when they're spewing this nonsense, because they are narcissists spewing nonsense. But also, they're cutting into a human body, so they're in a very high stress environment that
Disconnect yourself.
you need to recognize in the moment. That it's hard to do. It's hard for me to do, but sometimes, like when I feel myself, I'm like, okay, I'm holding on, like whatever feeling that I picked up on. I try and like imagine it in my head, like a hot piece of coal, and I've just grabbed it and it's burning my hand, and I need to let go of the hot piece of coal. So like that's how I try and like shake the feeling, is just like trying to imagine letting go of that hot piece of coal. And then I go, okay, duck feathers, and I put them on so that I can't like pick up the coal again. Or like
I love how you're
something
using
can't
a
hit me.
bird example.
I think we
Well, I mean,
use
it's true.
alliteration and we find things to connect it to. Yeah. I think that's great. I used to have a boss. He didn't have that great of a boss above him, but he would walk past and he'd be water off a duck, water off a duck.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the time that's just flying by so quickly. So I don't want our little birds to take flight right now, but I do have to ask you our last, the other question, which I think you have started already to answer, but it's specific, is how do you make time and space? You've mentioned space, but time and space to make sure you do have those moments where you feel joy, where you cultivate that time and space. So that's our question for you.
I don't set a schedule or anything like that for like setting time or space. What I've been trying to do is build a better relationship with my feelings in my body and my needs, because I have a hard time recognizing like maybe my upset stomach is anxiety, and instead of like forcing myself to stay busy, maybe I should just go sit outside in the sun for 5 minutes, and usually my stomach ache goes away after that. So like that's how I've been like building the time for it, is just like recognizing like, does my hip hurt? Like what do I need to do so that it doesn't hurt anymore? Or like, is my brain foggy? Have I been like indoors too much? Do I need the sun? Like I've been trying to do that, and that's how or like, am I overwhelmed? Do I need to journal? Like I've
Mhm.
been just trying to do more
Mm.
check-ins with myself, and that's
Yeah.
how I've been finding the time to do it, is just by like also just being honest with myself instead of trying to mask for me. Because like, why am I masking myself for myself? That's weird. Like, I have to just like, I take my mask off when I'm at home, and like whatever I need to do in the moment, I, I allow myself to, because who am I trying to impress, kind of thing. And like, that's what lets me live in joy, is like, I really am in the mindset of who am I trying to impress? I'm at home in my safe space. I can do whatever I want whenever I need to, and I have free will. So that's how I
Mhm.
work joy into my day, multiple times a
I
day,
love
as
that.
often as I can, hopefully.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Good.
So connecting to your body, especially
Yeah, connecting to my body for sure.
what you're, because I do believe you, didn't you mention before on one of our chronically healing out that you also have
So I
fibromyalgia?
don't know, I don't know if I have fibro. I was never diagnosed, but I
Okay.
fit a lot of the criteria. So
Yeah.
like right now, like as we've been having this conversation, I've been having a great time with everyone. I've been sitting at about a 4 out of 10 pain level. And like that's like usually my baseline. It's usually like in my hips and my elbows and my knees.
Yeah. The baseline,
Um
Mm.
when it's not zero, I mean, and it's always
yeah,
like, that's it, the chronic pain,
yeah,
Mhm.
definitely is something to look into because
yeah.
when people ask me what it's like to live with fibro, I say, well, imagine your
And
pain
like the
level.
fatigue,
Yeah. Yeah. And you
right?
mentioned the fog.
Yeah,
So,
the brain fog. And I think it's the fatigue of just carrying that pain all day. Because, like,
mm,
think of how tired you do feel when you're in pain because, like, your body's compensating. Like, my right hip hurts, so my left leg is picking up more of the weight of my right leg.
yeah.
And then that's going to make
Mhm.
my back hurt. And then I'm thinking about all these things. And that's like, oh, I'm tired now. So I think it might be fibro. I've never been diagnosed, but I also know I have to be, like, kind to myself and like not push my body so much that then I can't move for 2, 3 days. Because sometimes I get really excited and I want to like go for a hike and go to the mall and go to the doctor all in the same day, and then I can't move for a week instead of
Mhm.
just doing one thing at a time.
We hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
both like,
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah, it sounds very familiar. Yeah.
And
Mhm.
it's like I think it's a learning curve too, not as a joke to like I watched Mehdi Hassan interview I can't pronounce this young man's name, but he kept mentioning like, oh, I'm only 22 as a joke throughout the day, but not as a joke to be like, oh, I'm only 36. But I think it's like a thing in your 30s that like you learn very quickly you're not 20 anymore, but it takes multiple times of you like trying to like go out the night before and then go to work the next day, when
Mm,
like that's something I could do in my 20s
mm,
and I cannot do it anymore now at 36.
mm.
Like those have been 16 years. That's a decade and a half. My
Mhm.
body's been through a lot. I've like made it pick up and put down a lot of heavy things. I cannot hang like that anymore. I need to like slow down. I'm not a kid.
Mhm.
I like to think I am, but I keep growing new gray beard hairs. So
I got this whole thing going on.
yeah, I
I'm
got
just
them
letting it
little skunk
happen.
tails coming in. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
And
wisdom.
I have to just point out how listening to your body and taking the time to just, as you say, get outside, sit down, watch the birds. If it helps you, kind of like not think and then, or refocus your attention
Mhm.
to something that's bringing you joy, such as, watching the
Like
birds, going back.
yeah,
Yeah.
to like find homeostasis. So like if
Mhm.
I'm feeling down here, I try and put myself in an environment that will uplift me. If I'm feeling too up here, I try and put myself in an environment that'll like chill me out. So like, do I need to go to my timeout reading corner? Do I need to go outside? Like, so I try and just like listen
That
to my
is that
body.
is hard to do because most of the times, I don't know about you, but I have like my to-do list. Like, I've got to do this, tuck, 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 tuck. And I'm like, just thinking about it becomes exhausting. So
It's
how
li-
do you
it's
not
little
feel
things.
guilty? Like,
It's
I
little
well, you know
things.
what? The thing is, and so I used that used to get in my head too. And what I did is, if I have a to do list, I have to write it down on a piece of paper. So like that, like when I do something, I can cross it off and give myself that little chemical hit in my head, in my
Yeah.
brain, and feed it the like happy chemicals it needs.
Yeah.
Because if I like just let it go in my head all day long, it's like those negative brain chemicals that are like causing me anxiety, that like I have to do, like I have to do all these things, I have to do all these things, I have to do. But then like I forget what order, like did I already do something or not? And like, you know what I mean? Especially if it's like like I have to get my nursing license transferred from the United States to Canada. It's a
Yeah.
multi-step process.
Hmm.
So unless I like, thankfully my husband helped me, because I told him, I was like, I feel like I keep spinning wheels because I didn't write down what I need to do. So he helped me like write down the list of things, like, you know, review my resume, submit the applications, follow up with whoever, like that. I can like scratch things off as I do them. And also like reward myself in a way that's like, hey, I've already like done this work.
Yeah.
And it feels invisible because it's something I do online and then it goes away.
Oh,
It's no
absolutely.
tangible. It's not tangible.
I hear
Like
you
it's not.
because
It's not the Kingfisher Lego that I built. I can't feel it.
And that's not
I wish
feeling
it
too
could be a
tangible
helps
right
me.
now.
Yeah,
and it's not easy to get a license
it's not easy.
transferred, because I remember like especially during COVID, so many people were, I don't know, like they were either immigrants or and they had similar, and then just the licensing and the professional orders that are like trying to anyway. So they say it's important, but when it comes to making it happen, it's not easy. So I hear you. And I'm wishing you not just, but persistence in that process, because we do need excellent nurses such as you in Canada. And
Yeah,
before
in the States
we're
as
happy.
well.
We're happy to come. Yeah. I mean,
before
the
we
thing is-
go,
Oh my
Go ahead.
I
gosh.
do want to say, I want to share something, because this was my dopamine hit this morning. Okay, this was what I set my alarm to last night.
Let me tell you.
Yeah, perfect.
Lil Boo thing, right?
Yeah. Well, but
My
mine was
my
always,
alarm went off, and I went, all right.
you know that Beyonce song that like what's it called? It was like off her Lemonade album, and the hook just repeated like you won't break my soul. It was like, you won't break my soul. That was my alarm clock for a long time. Like I would just wake up to you won't break my soul. And like that like
Mhm.
funky like Afro beat with like it just like it activated. It was like
It still gives me nightmares.
my husband says it still gives him nightmares because
Oh, no.
I like to like my sleep zombie paralysis, like my like paralysis demon loves to dance to my alarm clock in the morning. So like I never wake up right away. I always have like a little dance party in my dreams. So so he remembers the sound of that alarm a lot more than I do, because it would wake him up a lot sooner for sure. So yeah,
It
a
is
little joy, a little
important
rhythm.
to try to find
Mhm.
an alarm that doesn't irritate you as you wake up, right?
Yeah.
And speaking of dopamine boost, okay, this is gonna be like, okay, look what I got in the mail today. So
I love that.
I love it.
plugging Sick of This show, Chronically Healing Out merch at the Sick of This store, or Sick of This shop. I always forget. But I got it, and I'm glad to be sharing it with you guys. We go on live every Monday at 11 Eastern. So just wanted to plug that in, because it's beautiful, right? It's gorgeous, and it's
my
good quality
design.
too.
I
But
love
yeah,
it.
so we have about 2 minutes
Fancy.
left. What is there anything you would like to tell our wonderful chat? They've been super fun, and I'm sorry I didn't look at it too much today, because I find it so fascinating hearing you talk. But is there anything you would like to share with us today before we go?
Yes, there is. There's something very important. I want to remind everyone in the chat that you are all uniquely special, important, loved. You bring value to your community in however you can. When you watch these shows, if you see someone like me and you're like, damn, I love Jack, I'm just you. I'm you. So thank you for all the love that
Mhm.
everyone sends my way. Just know I see you. You're loved. You're special. You're unique. You're important. You're kind. I see you. We all see you. So
Mhm.
keep leaning on each other. Keep leaning on us. We're here to support each other. These are safe spaces we're trying to build
Yeah.
in various different topics. We all can share how we can, where we can, however we can.
Yeah, we all bring value. And as you said,
Yeah.
everyone in the chat does, and you are enough. Okay,
Yeah.
Jack, you're making me cry.
I made myself cry a little.
Yeah. So,
Appreciate it. Mhm. Good message. Very
Yeah.
good.
yes.
And take time to dance. Get up in the
Take
morning
time to
and
dance
dance.
for sure.
Take time for the birds.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, like Frida said, wiggle your way. Wiggle all day long for sure.
Mm-hmm. Love it.
And what about
All
you, Beth?
right.
Is there anything you would like to add before we go?
Well, I thought the highlight of my morning was little boo thing, but now it's this. So I don't know. I don't know. I just want to add to everybody to just take care of you and no matter what is going on, because there's going to be a lot. Take time for life, even if it's a moment, even if it's you just walk into another room and take a deep breath. Take that moment. It's
Mhm.
really important. Be good to you. Love you.
Beth, can I highlight your message? I want to just give a
Yeah.
real life example of why that's so important. As nurses, the med room is our safe space where when we get compassion fatigue. So when you get compassion fatigue, please step into your med room and scream and say whatever you need to say that you don't want to say to someone, but you know it's just anger that you need to let go of.
Yep.
Just do it, step away, say it, do it, scream, so you can come back and work with both sides of your brain the way you want to without that message like getting in your way. It's okay to step away and say something absurd that won't shut up just so you can come back and be the person you want to be.
Yeah.
Like, go
Yep.
do it in private, right? That's between you and the walls because you know it's not meant for it's supposed to be a tree that falls in the wood with no one around. Some trees need to fall. Not everyone needs to hear the sound. So thank you, Beth, for that reminder. For sure. That was a good reminder to myself.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, I just can't press the end stream. This is I really
It's
enjoyed
good.
having you guys. Thank you, Beth, for being with me today. Time for Life has been wonderful, really. Like, I'm just always excited. Whatever happens, no matter how we feel, no matter, I think making that space is, I'm very grateful. And sorry, it's hard to find the words, but I'm very grateful that you were here with us, Jack. And hopefully we'll have you again.
Well, I'm happy y'all invited me to your home. Thanks for having me over.
Okay, so
Thanks,
everyone.
Dan. We'll talk soon.
Yes. Bye.
You gonna hang in, Zach? Hang in. Don't leave.
Bye. Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.
And see you next time.